Nice little rim. Hi, this is Wayne from howtofish.com.au, and I'm fishing in the mist at Port Melbourne. I'm fishing into the Yarra River underneath the Westgate Bridge, although it's hard to see in this fog. Early morning, pretty much bottom of the tide, and I'm hoping that conditions improve. I can't see a thing, I can't see the markers I would normally cast to, and it's very noisy, but we'll see what we can pull out. I hadn't seen fog like this before. It was so thick, and the funny thing was at different times it would get thicker and then slightly lighter, just depending on if there was a bit of a breeze coming through or not. But for most of the morning it stayed like this, so it makes it really hard to have a marker on the other side to cast to, so you know exactly how accurate you're being. It wasn't only tough fishing conditions, it must have been an absolute nightmare trying to negotiate these little ferries across the water without hitting anything. To get amongst the fish, I was trying to cast into that deeper water just on the edge of the shipping channel. With these conditions it was a bit hard to do it. I managed sometimes. I really found the bites hard to hit, which has been the experience lately. In the last month or so, just fishing has been pretty tough. And I got nothing on the heavier gear. I was hoping to land some big fish here today, but that wasn't the case. Anyway, what I've got here is my survival pack, which is the small hook, pre-stretched line, and that's what was getting every single fish. As you can see, they're not massive, but at least they were biting, and that was a little bit of fun. What I like about the Yarra River here is because it's so close to the bay, you can get all the fish that you get in the bay in this water here. And so you never know what is going to come in, and you can get all different varieties of fish. They're not always easy to catch, but the good thing is that if you have got the right bait and you get to the right position and you've got your burley to attract fish, you can get just about anything in. In this case, I managed to pull in an unexpected small flathead. Only a little guy, but it's really good to see that there's all different types of fish here. So just makes it interesting when you never know what's going to come in. There's a lot of rocks and snags in this water, so I did lose a few fish to those. On this occasion I actually got the fish in, which was nice, but sometimes it's pretty tough, so you've got to take plenty of tackle with you because you lose a little bit. What was really interesting was, as the fog started to lift, it was much easier to hit the marker and be accurate, but the fishing started to slow down. I got this one, but they were getting smaller. I used two rods when I was fishing. The one I'm casting now was my lightweight rod, so it had the lighter line on it, plus my survival pack pre-stretched trace on it, so it's very fine and a small hook. The other rod was much bigger. At times I'd put two hooks on and put a pilchard on, or I'd have one hook on, usually a size 4 or a size 2, that would have, say, pippy on it, it would have prawn on it. I did not get a bite at all on that rod that time. I got everything on the lighter rod, so it's really interesting that it takes at times two rods to test the water for what you've got, but always taking the lighter gear means that you've got a chance of getting something. And although the fish on the day were a bit small, I admit that, I still had a bit of fun, because if I'd caught nothing at all, I would have thought there was no fish about. This way I'm able to actually catch a few fish. I know that they were small, I know why they weren't taking my bait, and I had a bit of fun doing it. Well, it's been a pretty hard session. I got to get back to work now, which is a bit disappointing because the fish were biting a little bit, but very hard to hook, but at least I got a few in, so it was a bit of fun. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and if you're interested in any of the gear, go to my website howtofish.com.au. See you next time.